Imagine walking into a room where everyone is trying to prove something. The music is loud, the conversations are louder, and every person seems to be competing for attention. Someone is bragging about their new watch, someone is showing off their car keys, another is scrolling through travel photos just to be admired, and someone proudly reports how many followers they've gained this week. Every laugh feels a bit forced, every smile feels like a performance, every word feels like it's trying to say, "Look at me, validate me, believe I am important." And the more they try to be noticed, the more it becomes obvious that something inside them is missing. But then, suddenly, the door opens. Someone walks in quietly, no flashy clothes, no shiny accessories, no exaggerated gestures. They don't try to be seen, they don't try to impress. They simply exist in the room. And yet every head slowly turns toward them. Not because they demand attention, but because their presence carries a weight, a calmness, a certainty. Real status doesn't introduce itself, it is felt. There was a time when wealth was measured by luxury, Rolex, Gucci, Lamborghini, the loud signals of success. But today that world has changed. Social media made it too easy to fake wealth. Anyone can rent a car, borrow an outfit, snap a photo with the right lighting, and claim a lifestyle. And when something becomes easy to fake, it loses its value. So the real status of 2025 is quiet. Quiet confidence, quiet success, quiet strength. The kind that doesn't need to prove, show, or brag. Because when you truly own yourself, your mind, your peace, your decisions, you don't need validation. The richest person in the room is the one who is calm inside. The most powerful person is the one who doesn't need to speak to be respected. The real luxury is sleeping peacefully, walking steadily, and knowing you don't have to chase anything or anyone. And that's the truth of today's world. The more loudly someone tries to appear successful, the less successful they actually feel inside. The greater the noise, the deeper the insecurity. But the one who is whole inside walks softly, speaks slowly, moves with purpose, and needs no applause. Because someone who has become something no longer needs to show anything. And that is the real status symbol now. But here's where many people get completely mistaken. They think staying quiet means doing nothing, saying nothing, separating yourself from others, or hiding from the world. No, quiet confidence is not about disappearing. It's about becoming someone who cannot be ignored. It's when your presence speaks for itself, your dignity becomes your voice, and your silence is louder than noise. Loud, showy living always screams, "Look at me, approve me, respect me." But quiet greatness whispers, "My reality is enough. I don't need to prove anything." This difference is not small. It changes the entire way you live. The people who truly hold influence are not the ones shouting on social media or chasing attention every second. They are the ones who are centered, whole, and connected to themselves. They don't need the world's eyes to feel valuable. They know respect is not demanded, it is earned. And what is earned can never be taken away. The world doesn't move because of noise, it moves because of weight. And weight isn't in your words, it's in your silence. It's in your gaze, your presence, your pace, your breathing. There was a time when the world respected the loud, the flashy, the ones who constantly announced themselves. But that era is gone. Today, the ones who are remembered are those who speak only when it matters. When the world is drowning in noise, calm becomes a new kind of power. When everyone is competing with others, the one who is improving himself rises above all. When everyone is trying to look better, the one who is trying to be better stands out naturally. That is quiet power. It's not a concept, it's a standard of living. It's the moment you say, "I am who I am," whether anyone sees it or not. And when a person reaches that level, their personality becomes steady, unshakable, undeniable. They don't just move, they leave impact. They don't speak to be heard, people listen without being told. They don't show, people simply understand. And this is the real wealth of 2025, mastery over yourself, your emotions, your reactions, your desires, your ego. This is the wealth no bank can offer, no brand can display, and no market can sell. It grows from within, strengthens from within, shines from within. And once you are lit from the inside, you no longer need the outside to prove anything. Think of Lionel Messi, a man who became a legend without ever needing to shout, boast, or demand attention. When he walks onto the field, the world falls silent, not because he asks for respect, but because his mastery commands it naturally, effortlessly. Or Warren Buffett, one of the richest humans alive, yet he lives in the same modest home, drives simple cars, and avoids the spotlight. Because real wealth doesn't need decoration. It shows in decisions, in stability, in peace. Then there's Mark Zuckerberg, who wears the same simple t-shirt every day, not due to lack of money, but because his mind is focused on creating, building, shaping something far larger than his image. These people teach us that the highest form of status in 2025 is not luxury, noise, or performance. It is being deeply rooted in who you are. When you truly know yourself, you don't need to display it. Your presence speaks, your silence speaks, your discipline speaks, your calm speaks. The world today is drowning in loudness. Everyone is shouting, posting, proving, comparing, competing, trying desperately to be seen. But the ones who are actually remembered are the ones who carry stillness, certainty, depth. Real status is emotional control in a world addicted to reaction. Real luxury is privacy in a world addicted to attention. Real power is purpose in a world addicted to distraction. You don't have to announce your growth. Let it show in how you choose, how you move, how you respond. Let others chase applause while you chase alignment. Let others compete publicly while you build quietly. Let others try to look rich while you work on becoming rich, in character, in mind, in discipline, in peace. Because when your inner world becomes strong, the outer world eventually adjusts to you. And if this message touched something inside you, then don't just scroll away. Let it sit. Let it grow. Like the video if it resonated with your spirit. Subscribe if you want more depth, clarity, and truth in a noisy world. Share this with someone who is ready to rise without performing. Stay steady, stay silent, stay unshakable, because the world always notices the one who doesn't need to be noticed.